On the spaceship, now I'm a space cadet. Big white mansion in my habitat. Aiming out the stage like a laser tag.
So what's up, y'all? So in this recipe, this is all the ingredients that I used. I used some salt, some parsley, some black pepper, some broccoli, red bell pepper, green bell pepper, Parmesan cheese, heavy whipping cream, butter. I had some chicken broth. You can't see it, it's cut off. And then I used linguine noodles. I know this is supposed to be like fettuccine alfredo, but you know, if you truly want it to be fettuccine alfredo, then you can go through and like actually use fettuccine noodles. So I will say that I did make this recipe again, and I liked it much more the second time I made it because I did some different stuff that I thought made a difference. So I'm gonna like incorporate what I did the second time. So the second time around, I actually salted my boiling water, and I think that kind of helped with the noodles a little bit because I just wanted as much flavor as I could get, you know. But I salted my water, then I added my noodles and let those what am I saying? And I let those come to a boil on its own. And then I went through and I cut up my bell peppers while my noodles were boiling. I can't think. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm so tired. But what you're seeing right now, this is my very first time in my entire life cutting a bell pepper. So the second time around, I found a better technique. It was way easier, and yeah. Alright, so now we're coming to an end of cutting up this bell pepper. So after I finished that, I went through and I cooked my chicken in the air fryer. I actually got this chicken from Walmart. They didn't have the chicken breast that I actually wanted, but they had the chicken strips, so that's what's cooking. And next I think this is a fourth of a cup of butter. It's the 4 tablespoons. You know how they have the measurements on the butter? So it's 4 knobs of butter, not 4 knobs of butter. That doesn't make sense. Hopefully this makes sense. If I can remember, I'll have like the recipe, like the actual measurements down in the description box. So hopefully that'll make better sense. But next, I'm going through and I'm cooking my bell peppers until they're soft.
A
not
few
mushy,
moments later.
'cause there's a difference, but soft. Here it is a few minutes later. It's not completely cooked down, but this is like halfway. Y'all see them vibrant colors? Yes, yes, yes. That's what we love to see. And while my bell peppers are finishing, this is a trick my mama taught me, so shout out to my mama, but I pour some chicken stock into a pot. And then, yep. Did I use all of it? I used most of it. And then I'm going to steam my broccoli. And the broccoli will have kind of like some more flavor to it because of the chicken broth, if that makes sense. Because you're steaming the broccoli with chicken broth instead of, just water. But now I'm going through and adding the heavy whipping cream. I'm adding 2 cups of heavy whipping cream because that's what the recipe called for. I kind of followed like 2 different recipes and like merged them and kind of made it my own, if that made sense. But I let the heavy cream simmer until it became thick enough, and then I added my noodles because my noodles were finished. So I added my noodles into there, and I will say that maybe you need to cook about like only 1 box of the noodles. I cooked like 1.5, and I had hella noodles left over. So for the purpose of not wasting food, you only need like 1 full box of linguine noodles if you use the linguine noodles. But yeah, and then I went through and I just tossed everything together, mixed everything up. I will say that while I was recording this, I didn't season my bell peppers. The second time around, I seasoned my bell peppers with some salt. I used salt, pepper, just to add some type of flavor to the bell peppers or extra flavor to it. And then when I added the noodles and stuff, I went through and like seasoned it even more. So I kind of like layered the seasoning, and I think that helped the second time around. And I will say that when you cook this, it's very delicious, but I would say it's more delicious maybe like after 24 hours, after like that sauce really like sets in and marinates and has time to sit. But overall, I really like this. It's so good. Like, it's light. It's not like too heavy, but it's delicious, y'all. Y'all gotta try it. And then I added some Parmesan cheese in there at the very end, and you can fix it up how you want. You don't have to add cheese. At the end, when I did my plating, I added some extra cheese and stuff. But yeah, this was my first time making this recipe, and I'm actually proud of myself because it turned out pretty dang good. But if you like videos like this, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe, and let me know what I should cook next. Leave it down in the comments below, and I'll see y'all in my next video. Later, y'all.